Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Are we live? Yes, we are. Count your 40s, check your rollies. It's crime time. Okay, yes. Welcome, everybody.
Whoa. Oh, there you are, James. You just vanished for a second.
Watching the 1996 classic Scream. First of all, and I just want to say this, Paul, real quick. Is this new film, is that called Scream as well?
Yeah, the new one's just being simply called Scream, but it is going to be a direct sequel to the fourth movie, 10 years on.
Oh, okay. Now, I just want to say something real quick, Paul. So I don't like this trend that they're doing nowadays where they just name the sequel the exact same movie or the original. It's like come on, at least give it something like a little subtitle or something like
Yeah,
Halloween, Halloween 2018, Candyman, now Scream. Like, come on now, like you're confusing the fan base.
yeah. I mean, like, couldn't you just call the new Scream movie "Return to Woodsboro"?
Return to Woodsboro or Sydney's Revenge or something. Which, by the way, I they probably won't do, but I think that'd be a pretty ballsy ass move. If Sydney was the killer. I'm just saying that now.
Dude, if they
Um,
do that, it'll be fucking huge.
that would be huge, but it wouldn't make sense though. I'm just saying. Just try something different, people. You know, just think outside the box. But what's going on, Logan? And first things first, if you are new to the channel, of course I'm known for my primetime podcast, that's Raw SmackDown commentaries. But now I'm trying to add a little something else to the channel as well. We're bringing Paul in, and we discuss horror and we commentate on horror films. And apparently, some of y'all have actually really been enjoying me, so kind of think about making this more of a consistent thing, of course. But yeah, but of course, if you are a fan of what we do here on the channel, do not forget to donate to our Cash App at PrimePod313 and or our official PayPal at PrimePodcast at Outlook.com. Any donation would be greatly appreciated because this channel is monetized for obvious reasons if you've been following this channel for the past 5, 6 years. But yes, any donation will be gladly acceptable. $1, $2, 5, 6, 10, 50. Greatly appreciated because we do this for you guys. But yeah, man. So how was your New Year, Paul? Any
My new,
anything specific that you did?
yeah, my New Year went pretty good. I had family come over, like they did on Christmas Eve. We all got to get together and have a bit of a good time. Watching some cool stuff and giving out some presents and stuff. And shocking my mum because she found out I had two more tattoos done, this time on my hands. They're not very big, like little small ones in between the thumb and index. And the other good thing that happened on New Year's Eve was that I was lucky enough to get a Series X. So I got the best of both worlds now, console wise.
Oh, cool. I unfortunately was not able to do anything because where I am in the great state of Iowa, it's a pretty big snowstorm that happened during New Year's Eve. We're talking 6 to 8 inches. So I just literally just kicked back, sat back, and drunk a little champagne, had a nice shrimp cocktail, and then just enjoyed the New Year's. Watch shout out to the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan. Oh, and by the way, Paul, I just want to say, is it me or has the New Year's countdown show just gone to shit these past 10, 15 years?
Uh, yeah, they definitely have. Because when they did a countdown over here, you'd think, okay, let's have a big fireworks display going on in London. Countdown went down. Then the guy was recapping every good moment that happened in the previous year, and I'm thinking, dude, we already know. We saw that during the day. Launch the fucking fireworks. And then we get the fireworks, and I think, okay, great, fireworks. And it only lasted about 3 or 4 minutes. And then it's back to the entertainment stuff. And I was just like, fuck off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I just thought, all right, fine, whatever. But at least in my neighborhood, everybody was launching fireworks off and partying and saying Happy New Year to everybody out in the streets. And I was on the balcony just saying, "Yay, Happy New Year to you too, man." So,
Oh, well, Paul, you see, us Americans, we're different. We like blowing shit up, and there was fireworks, but
yeah,
but here's the thing, though. Okay, I haven't watched the Dick Clark special in forever, right? Sometimes I watched the Dick Clark special, and maybe it's just me getting older. But outside of Mariah Carey, I had a hard time knowing who the fuck these new people are, and a lot of the music is trash. Okay, I'm not old. Okay, look, I'm 28 years old. Okay, I'm still in the prime of my life, but damn, it's getting down to a point where I'm like, I'm not as in tune as I used to be. I used to be very in tune. Now I'm like, golly, I'm so out of the loop. But
yeah.
hopefully everybody. Oh, go ahead, Paul.
I was saying, I know, right? It's like with me, when you see some of the stuff that's going on, you just kind of sit there and think, yeah, I've seen it all. And like, my age, I mean, I'm like 38, so I pretty much, when it comes to New Year's shows, I've pretty much seen them and done them all now.
Yeah, 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 but I'm not at that point yet. I still got a lot to give to this, to this great nation. But
Right.
but hopefully everybody who's watching had a safe, productive New Year's Eve. Whether it's by yourself or with family or with your significant other. Hopefully everybody had a very nice time. If you were with your significant other, good luck on the congratulations on the baby in 6 months. I'm just kidding, but yeah. So we are going to watch Screamed from 1996. And just quick first impressions on this movie. This movie single-handedly saved, you could probably say saved horror, period.
There's no denying it. We did bring it back.
Yeah, because in the mid-90s, horror movies were dead. Like, they were completely dead because the whole decade of the 80s just basically hold that genre out. Like the movie industry was a pimp, and the horror genre was just the high-priced hoe, and she hold herself out to the point where she can't, where her vagina is just not, it doesn't work anymore. So Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson created this clever, unique, very original film here that single-handedly saved the horror franchise. And it's actually Paul, it's actually kind of been a minute since I watched this movie. I haven't watched this movie in a couple years, so I'm actually pretty excited about this. But yeah, great cast, great lead, and Neve Campbell. Great villains. The Ghostface is iconic. The script writing, the dialogue, everything about this film is very, very well done. And this is definitely one of the more top tier horror films of all time. What do you think, Paul?
Oh yeah, definitely. Scream, when this movie first came out, I mean, I was 12 years old at the time. And like you were saying earlier, when it came to the 90s, we pretty much had a horror movie drought because you had the boom period of horror and slasher all through the 80s. And then towards the late 80s and early 90s, that was when horror movies were practically gone to shit. I mean, most of them were like straight to video. You may have had maybe one or two headlining type horror movies, like Nightmare on Elm Street's New Nightmare, which came out about 2 years before Scream. You had Jason Goes in 93. You had Curse of Michael Myers in 95. So they were like the only they were only like the main three horror movies at the time. And then this movie comes out of nowhere and it just became a massive hit. And it just the legacy that this movie had, it just fucking blew up after that. And think about this also. When this film came out, it made 170 million. It was, for a while, it was the highest grossing slasher movie ever. And it held on to that until 2018 when Halloween came around. So this movie left a major impact. Also has its own controversies as well, which we'll get into at some point. But yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was some controversy surrounding it. Like you had people doing copycats and all that shit. And
okay.
Yeah, there was incidents like that going on, and I heard that this movie originally was going to get an NC-17 rating because they fucking went all out with this one, so they had to kind of dial it down just a little bit just to get that R rating. But either way, the fact that this movie's been around for so many years and people still talk about it, and like you said, it not only did it save horror movies in general and slasher movies in general, but it kind of rewrote it a little bit in a way as well and repackaged it for what we get today.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Now, just before we press play, get them likes up. Get them likes up. It'll helps out in the algorithm. Share this video. Participate in the chat. Answer questions. If there's any question I want to ask, go ahead and ask them in the chat. All right. I'm watching this on the Peacock app, The Cock, and Paul, you're watching this on Blu-ray. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got all 4 films on there.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to give, as usual, if you want to watch it with us and for the archive viewers, just watch it with us. How we normally do it is we go 3, 2, 1, play. Of course, let me give you guys a little bit of time, just a second. If you guys want to watch it with us, go on right ahead. But, Logan said the 90s were a death of a lot of genres, but had many saving graces in music genres and movie genres and music. I agree. John J says the sequel really showed this was a phenomenon. Like everyone in Hollywood wanted a new Scream or Scream-like movie. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Not the biggest fan of the sequels. I think Scream is a moment. Like Scream. You can't recapture that magic again. But you can say the same thing for any franchise. But I thought, when Scream 2 and Scream 3 came around, I'm like, the gimmick doesn't work anymore. But we'll get to that later on.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're ready to go. All right. So, like I said, how we're going to do it is 1, 2, 3, play. And so let me get ready. All right. So, ready, Paul?
Yep.
All right. So, again, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, play. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, play.
Dimension Films, here we go.
All right. We're 6 seconds in. Dimension Films. Where are you at, Paul?
I'm at 12.
I'm at 13. Okay. All right. Just a second.
We're good.
Scream. There it is. Scream.
Yeah.
And we're going straight into it. Like there's no opening credits. We're just going straight into the action, which is great. It's a great move. And there she is, Miss Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. She was hot in this movie, dude. And there's Roger L. Jackson, the voice of Ghostface.
God damn it. And this is, and gotta keep in mind too, this was around the time when Drew Barrymore, if I remember correctly, Drew Barrymore had just gotten out of rehab, I think. And she kind of had a little bit of a rocky reputation. Like she was kind of, you can kind of say she was kind of like Lindsay Lohan before Lindsay Lohan. It was really this movie that kind of brought her back.
Yeah, I mean, she managed to get herself cleaned up, and she turned her life around and came back with a bang, just being in this movie, even if it's like for like a small moment in the movie. Just brought her to prominence again.
And I gotta give Drew Barrymore credit for this, because not only is this one of the more iconic Shit. Wait, Paul, where are you at now?
I am 2 minutes and 1 second in.
Okay, my shit's fucking up. That's all right. That's all right. But
All right, play again.
But yeah, for those who do not know, Drew Barrymore was originally slated to play Sidney Prescott. Like,
yep,
she was gonna be Nev Campbell. But then credit to Drew Barrymore, this was completely her call that she pitched to Wes that she should be the first victim. And Wes thought that was a great idea. And at the time, people thought that was a ballsy idea because Drew Barrymore, if you look at this cast, at the time, Drew Barrymore's the biggest name. She's the biggest name.
She was, yeah.
So to kill off Drew Barrymore this quickly was like a shock back then.
I know. Well, she's checking the patio. Nothing there. She's locking that door.
By the way, I just want to say when they're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street and she says one was good, the rest of them sucked. I'm like, Wes, that's fucked up.
I know, right?
Wait, I mean, you worked on Nightmare 3, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, and you want a new Nightmare? Come on.
And Nightmare 4 is my favorite, so.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Well, that just changed pretty quick.
That changed super quick. Like, and by the way, shout out to Roger Jackson, who is the voice of the voice in this iconic voice.
He will be in the new one too.
See how quickly things just changed?
Yeah, how it just instantly just stepped up like that. It was all nice and subtle, and then as soon as she called him an asshole, that was it. It just switched just like that.
Yeah, and it was fucked up too because she was kind of like digging him for a second. They were flirting for a second, and then she said that I want to see what I'm looking at.
Yeah. She just got sickened by the whole idea. This guy wants to see what her insides look like. There goes the fucking doorbell.
Drew Barrymore is so good in this. She's so good in this.
Oh yeah, no doubt. He said on the phone.
Keep on. We're only 5 minutes in.
God, I wish I was in the cinema to see this when it first came out.
Ah, the good old days when. Now, who do you think kills Drew Barrymore here?
Judging from the violence, the way he inflicted it on her, I'm probably gonna say Billy, because the way he was teasing her and this guy like a total sadistic fuck. It's the same type of way Billy would do it.
I something tells me it was both.
I think it was.
Something tells me that Stu kills the boyfriend and Billy actually kills her.
Yeah. And that's another thing we got to put out there too. I think, to my knowledge, this is one of the first times we had a slasher movie where you had two people doing this instead of one, because usually you get like one guy doing it.
No, I'm not gonna lie, Paul. Yes, we are now at the part where she's playing the trivia game to Drew Barrymore, and I'm not gonna lie, my first thought was Jason too. But I was like, oh shit, that's why it was Mrs. Voorhees. People normally will commonly get that answer wrong.
Yeah, everybody forgets. It's very easy to forget that, that Jason's mother was the original killer.
And I also like the subtle. You could hear the Halloween theme when she answers, who's the killer. And Halloween says Michael Myers. And you hear the Halloween theme just subtly in the background. Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson giving John Carpenter nods because Kevin Williamson was a huge Halloween fan. So
yes, I got to give props to the guy who did the music for this film as well, because he did the music for the first 4 movies. He fucking really put on a masterworks with this.
And did the move and that same. It was so good that fucking Halloween H2O borrowed that same soundtrack.
Had the same guy too,
which was ridiculous. There you go. Yeah, it's Mrs. Voorhees.
He checked her on it.
Ooh. And this is a violent ass movie. Like, it doesn't hold back.
No, it does not. I mean, look at that. His fucking guts are on display there.
Yeah, his guts are hanging out. Like this movie does not hold back.
I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this, but I think the first Scream movie is probably the most violent of the bunch.
I can say so too.
I mean, these first 2 deaths just like fucking hell, man. John Jay says, it's Billy. You can tell by the way he holds the knife. Yeah, definitely with Drew Barrymore's character. I agree with that, John.
But back to what I was saying about Drew Barrymore's death. It's like, because I'm pretty sure, because when you see this, because she's on the poster, I think she's like one of the first people you see on the poster, and she was in the marketing and all that stuff. So you're thinking, okay, she's gonna be the final girl. So yeah. I'm pretty sure when you see her dead, everybody just went, oh, what the fuck? Like, if Drew Barrymore dies, that means anybody can get it,
Nobody was fucking ready for that, because her face on the poster, if you look at the original poster, that is her face. So to see her getting off like this, I can imagine people in the cinema, when they watched it, they must have been like, holy shit, the game just changed. Because I remember when I first watched it, when I had to rent it, I had to get my mum to rent it in Blockbusters. I was 12 at the time. But when I saw it, I was just like, damn, Here he is.
Ah, that's so eerie.
I know.
And not the fact that Drew Barrymore dies, just in the gruesome way she goes out too.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
So like I said, all credit in the world goes to Drew Barrymore for pitching that. Like that was a game changing. That changed the whole complexion of the movie. There's reveal.
Fucking love that mask, dude.
Oh, it's a great mask. It's definitely a great mask.
I've got it somewhere in my room.
Oh, we all had it.
You know what? I might go. Because I did it last time when Scream 4 came out. I think I might go in the cinema again with Ghostface costume.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hey, why not?
And there you go, right in the lung.
Yep, and there she goes.
Well, she's still trying to...
Woo!
Ooh, in the fucking balls.
So they stabbed her in the neck, right?
No, that was right in the lung. And he grabbed her by the neck and squeezed on her larynx. That's why she can't scream very much.
Oh, okay.
But watch here when she tries to scream her mum. She can't do it.
Oh man, that's so sad.
I know. Fucking music don't help either. I think she did take his mask off, and that's why we never see the face.
She did. Yeah, she did take the mask off, and
that's Billy holding the knife. Look at the way he's holding it. Burning popcorn. That's never a good sign.
Jiffy popcorn. Oh, the good old days.
Yeah. Get my nachos open. Oh, and this bit with the hero on the phone. It's like, oh my God, man. Listen.
I can't even imagine what's going through her mind when she sees, because she probably recognizes the guy who's killing her, which we assume is Billy.
Yeah.
And just imagine what's going through her mind those last moments. Like, why?
Like thinking, why are you doing this? I thought you were my friend. If it was like that. And here comes that picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Look at the facial expression on this person that's hung.
I'm not gonna lie, Paul. This shit gave me nightmares when I first saw it.
Fucking
that gave me nightmares.
I'm not surprised.
That scared the shit out of me.
Mm.
And the fact you do that to little sweet ass Drew Barrymore, because and then there's sexy ass Nev Campbell, who was a relatively unknown at this point. Didn't Party of Five come out at this point?
Hang on, let me check what she did before Scream. I'm gonna find out.
Because I know Party of Five came out around the same time.
Yeah, Party of Five was a TV series from 94 to 2000. She's 46 now. Oh, 48 now, by the way.
She's only 48?
Yeah, only 48. Before she did Scream, she was in a film called The Craft.
Really?
Yeah.
The Craft was before this.
Yeah, it came out before Scream. It came out the same year, but it came out before Scream.
Another classic, The Craft. Okay.
And her most recent film, which I remember seeing her in, was Skyscraper.
Skyscraper, yep.
Mm-hmm. As far as TV shows go, she was in House of Cards. She's in an upcoming one called The Lincoln Lawyer. It's a main role she's got too.
Okay, I'm glad to see she's still working.
Yeah, she's still doing stuff. And the fact that she's back doing Scream again, that just kind of says it. That she's into the horror movies, man.
Well, she did. She did say that she wasn't going to come back until they honored Wes, where she felt like it was until it felt true to what Wes Craven would do, and apparently they convinced her, and I'm pretty sure the paycheck was nice too.
Oh, no doubt the paycheck's gonna be good for it. And like I said, the guys who are directing this new one, I've seen their work. I know what they can do. It's in good hands, I think. I believe it is. Well, here's a crazy thing, though. Marco's not doing the music in the new one. It's Brian Tyler this time around.
What did Brian Tyler do?
Brian Tyler, he did the music for the recent 2 Rambo films, and he's also done a couple other big, well-known films as well. But that's the 2 that came off the top of my mind.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because if you heard the music score for Rambo 4 and 5, it was actually pretty good. At least I thought it was, anyway. Let me see what else he's done.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'll tell my girlfriend. Yeah, I was watching this horror movie and made me think of you.
He's done Expendables, Iron Man, Triple X, Fast and Furious movies, Ready or Not, which is that one I was saying about.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, this guy's a pretty accomplished music composer. Bit surprising they never got the same guy back.
I gotta say this too. Just off first glance, I'm just saying there's something about this Billy character that just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
I wonder why. And
I'm just saying, like you gotta think about how Wes directed how he presents these characters in this movie. It's like,
yeah.
It's like he's presenting Billy to be somebody that you should kind of, watch out for.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. And also
with his 90-ass haircut.
Yeah, that haircut was so all over the 90s back then, man. That is just so 90s, man. But there were different times back then when you compare it to where we're at now. And I think also when you think about the name Billy Loomis, I don't know why. Maybe this is something they realized or not. But for me, when I saw that name, I kind of said to myself, "That's like a nod to two characters from horror movies. You know, like Billy from Black Christmas and Loomis, Doctor Loomis."
Could be. Could be.
That story here is very iconic.
Where are you at now, Paul?
They're at the police at the college. There's cops all over the place, news reporters. We're gonna get our introduction to Gail Weathers.
And by the way, listen, I understand. Look, Nev Campbell. She's supposed to be 17. Her character in this movie. Give me a fucking break.
Go back 26 years because she's 48 now. Count back 26 years.
She wasn't 17.
Yeah, she was about 20 something when this came about. I'm pretty sure she was. Hang on, let me.
Rose McGowan, damn sure doesn't look like no high schooler.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. How old is she now? Hang on. Rose McGowan, let's see where you're at. Damn, she's 48 too. So hang on. If we're gonna go about their ages, 48, take away 26. They were 22 when they both did this movie, man.
All right. All right, fine.
They just finished college. Logan Logan on the chat just said the haircut and his eyes are red flags. Oh, you think?
Oh well, I mean, we all know how. Girls like guys that look dangerous.
That was true. David Arquette.
Good old David Arquette.
There's another guy who managed to turn his life around a little bit.
Of course, we cannot forget Henry Winkler. I mean, we can't ignore him.
Nope.
And now we're at now, Paul. I'm at 19 minutes and 45 seconds.
19:45 for me.
All right, cool. Now we get to see the cast.
Yep.
Which I can say this is a really great cast, really relatable, likable, every single one of them. I really, really enjoy this cast a lot.
Oh, these cast members were very likable. You wouldn't think looking at one of them was going to be what.
And you buy and you buy that they're friends.
Yeah. You can. I mean, there's like a natural chemistry here with everybody involved in this scene.
But okay, now pay attention to Billy. Like something about Billy just seems. Just look how he keeps looking at Stu.
Yeah, look how awful he looks.
Damn, Rose McGowan was so goddamn fine back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would think, like I honestly thought she was gonna be like one of the next it girls in Hollywood. But apparently she got Weinstein, then she just disappeared.
She has been in. There were two recent films I did see her in. 2007, she was on Planet Terror. You remember that chick with the machine gun leg?
Paul, that was like 13 years ago.
14, 15 years since 2007. And then, of course, she was in that Conan the Barbarian reboot that had Jason Momoa in.
They found her liver in the mailbox. I heard they found her liver in the mailbox. Jamie, I love the Randy character. Maybe because I see myself in the Randy character. Like I relate to Randy the most.
I'm wondering which one my character would be in there. I mean, you look at some of the characters; they're very relatable to some of the people that we would know in real life.
John Jay says it's crazy how much Matthew Lillard and Jamie Kennedy blew up after this. Well, it depends on what you mean by blowing up, because I know Matthew Lillard, he's known for Shaggy, but that's really it.
He was in 13 Ghosts as well.
Oh, the best fucking part, 13 Ghosts, absolutely. And then Jamie Kennedy went on to do Malibu's Most Wanted, the Jamie Kennedy Experience. It looked like Jamie Kennedy was on a trajectory, but unfortunately he did Son of the Mask and his career died.
Thing about Matthew Lillard, I mean, he's still doing films right now. I'm trying to see what his recent one was. So I haven't seen him for fucking years, but he is still around. He's been doing he was on Twin Peaks: The Return. He made his directorial debut in 2012 with a coming-of-age drama called Fat Kids Rules the World. And I'm thinking, okay, fine. and for the guy that played Randy, you may not believe this, but he was in Tremors 5 and 6.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, I have all 7 of those too.
Paul, God bless you. But the only Tremors I acknowledge is 1. 2 is the sequel. Is I acknowledge 1 and 2. The rest of them can kiss the blackest part of my ass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue, man. Like the first 2 movies were really fucking good. Part 3 was a little bit off kilter. The 4th one was a prequel, which didn't do a whole lot. I will say though that the 5th one was actually not bad, but 6 and 7 were just,
Hey, look, there's Sydney. There's your mama, who's a straight up hoe. She was. I mean, as series progresses, you learn how much of a hoe she was.
Yep, we find that out.
Yeah, but what I like about Sydney's Nev Campbell's character Sydney, that she's a final girl, but she's not like a damsel. You know what I mean? Like you could kind of say that was kind of the difference because we just watched Black Christmas. Olivia Hussey was more of a damsel. Like she did a couple things, but she didn't really fight. Sydney here, like she fights, she's strong, she's likable, she's like she'll actually get down and dirty, which I really appreciate. And then plus she has a vulnerability to her, especially when you learn her backstory about her mom and all that stuff. You know, she's likable. Like she's a really likable character.
I mean, like she has that quality of her where she is likable, she can be vulnerable, but she's also that kind of girl where if you piss her off too much or poke her with a stick a bit more, she's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Great too. I've got Lou on the comment section. Who's eating Doritos? That's me. I'm eating a bag of nachos. James has got popcorn. So yeah.
I'm eating popcorn. Yes. Yes, indeedy.
What flavor?
No, just regular popcorn.
I'm more of a toffee popcorn guy. I don't know. I just like that flavor.
All right. Now this is Billy and Stu fucking with Sydney because it's close to the anniversary of her mother's death, which was a year prior.
Yep.
Would you date a girl, Paul, whose mama died a year prior? Would you still go on to date that girl?
If it involves me probably getting killed later on, I don't know. Probably not.
No, I'm just saying like that, but I'm like, damn, that's a lot of baggage yet though.
Yeah. I would probably think about it. Yeah. This comment.
And here's another thing too I love about this movie because she just says like some stupid killer stalking a big-breasted girl who can't act who should be running up the stairs instead of going out the front door. The one thing that is brilliant about this film is its self-awareness. It's like it's kind of a spoof, but it's not real. It still takes itself seriously, but it still does make fun of the serial killer archetypes that people has been shitting on for years prior to this, and that's what makes this movie brilliant. You know, it's like it's a spoof, but it's not at the same time though. It's really fucking unique.
The movie is very aware of its roots and is very aware of what's come before it, and it acknowledges it, and sometimes in a serious and sometimes in a parody way. And that's what makes this movie unique, is that it knows what it is.
Well, so much so that the original title was going to be Scary Movie.
Yeah, which 4 years later ended up being a parody series.
A legit parody.
Which I did go see in the cinema, the first one. I thought the first two were cool. The other ones were just, but the first one, you can't beat that first one. You really can't.
The first one, one of the funniest fucking movies ever.
Fucking hilarious, bro.
It almost ruined Scream for me, though.
Yeah, good point.
But yeah, I just love, like, I just love how, you know, it knows what it is and it pokes fun at it, but it doesn't like spit in its face, you know?
Exactly. Oh, here we go with the phone call bit, this bit right here. How it just quickly changes the intensity right here. Nice try, Ryan. Tell Tatum to hurry up. Maybe 5 minutes. That must have hit him there.
God damn! And again, another nod to Black Christmas, by the way.
Yep. And there he is. Which one, though? We don't know.
I think this is Billy. Not Billy, Stu. I think this is Stu.
Because of the way he hesitates. And if you look closely in the mask, you can just see the eye. That's definitely Stu, because he's hesitating.
It's funny. And she actually has the awareness to actually try to go out the front door.
Yeah, and now she's running up the stairs.
Again, small stuff like that.
And we got to put this out there about the Ghostface character as well. When you look at some of the characters like Jason and Michael Myers, they always just be slow and stalking. This guy, he'll just be fucking gunning after you. Full throttle. Which
was rare. Like, you didn't really see that in slashers.
No. And that's what I loved about Scream, is that it does not fuck around when it gets going.
My God, how old is this movie? God, do you call 911 on your computer?
Dude, early day internet, right? I'm going to put it like this. I think Billy was on the phone and Stu was already in the house.
Yep, I think that's what happened.
Because the phone drops, smoking gun, for anybody who doesn't read it. Look at that fucking mobile phone back then.
Jesus Christ.
Back when we had buttons on our phones, for anyone who's old enough to remember. Now we've got like fucking touchscreens like you would find in futuristic movies of the 90s.
Oh, it's just a pocket computer. That's all cell phones are. It's just pocket computer that just happens to have a phone inside it.
Yeah.
Again, just look how Billy looks here.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Okay, I might be a little bit behind. Where are you at now, Paul?
I am 30 minutes, 50 seconds. My bad.
Okay.
Billy's getting arrested right now.
Fucking Dewey's.
How Dewey survived the series, fuck knows. He'd be the one guy you wouldn't think would be surviving some shit, you know?
These are a lot of close calls.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
I love this misdirection, like, because now it's like, no, wait, it can't be Billy because he's already been questioned.
And any confirmation you have gets fucking debunked later on.
Again, I'm sorry, Paul, but Peacock is just being a dick right now. Where are you at now?
Sidney Prescott's just gone in the cop car. Gail Weber's report van is out. I'm about 31 minutes, 55 seconds in.
Okay, I'm right there too.
All right, cool.
Well, but I'm just a couple seconds behind.
That's all right.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
I was a few seconds behind last time. But...
Man, Courtney Cox back in the day, boy.
I know. And what's crazy about this, right? These two, Dewey's character and Gail, they have a relationship on the movie which morphed into a real life marriage between these two.
This is the movie. Yeah, they met for the first time, and then they got married. They met on the set.
Yeah, they stayed married from 99 to 2013. Oh, and get this too, Courtney Cox right now is 57. And still doing it with Scream.
But here's what, but I think this was, I want to say this was like maybe second season of Friends when she did this movie. So, Now, Paul, were you a Jennifer Aniston guy or a Courtney Cox guy?
What this one here?
Like in Friends.
Oh, Friends. I'm just seeing where she is on the series. I gotta look it up. Sorry, my bad. So
because I for the longest time I was a Jennifer Aniston guy. I'm still kind of am, but now I'm kind of looking back on it, and I'm like, okay, I can see how people are liking Courtney Cox.
Yeah, Friends aired in 1994, and they were on their third season when this came about.
Okay.
And yeah, she was one of the characters that was in there. Yeah, she was Monica Geller.
Yep.
You want to hear something crazy? I've rarely watched Friends, believe it or not, but I know of it and I know how successful it was.
Yeah, back when there was a period where I did watch Friends, but it was only for Jennifer Aniston. Like that was it. Like I didn't give a fuck about the show. I just wanted to look at her. And then now looking back on it, everybody was like, hey, Courtney Cox was a baddie. And I'm like, yeah, she was. Especially because I recently watched Ace Ventura too.
Oh, man.
and I was like, okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you right now, the first Ace Ventura movie, that was the movie that introduced me to a band called Cannibal Corpse. That was it. John Jay saying, Dewey survived through luck, close calls, and stupidity. He probably should have died for sure. Oh, yeah, part 2 when he fucking... Yeah, we'll get to that at some point. But, yeah.
That was bullshit. That was bullshit. Like, he should have died.
No, he dodged more fucking stabbings and bullets than anybody in this fucking series.
Now, again, the misdirection here, like, okay, like, they're having Billy go through the process of fucking, getting questioned, all this stuff. So you're thinking that, okay, it can't be Billy because police already checked this shit out.
Yeah, because his phone was crazy.
The father death costume.
Oh, yeah.
And then now that's still the mystery of, the who done it murder mystery. Like, is it this person? Is that person?
Yeah. That's what I love about this movie is the whole guessing game. You're trying to figure out who it is. You think you got it, and then bang, it just hits you with a swerve. I mean, I've just started to introduce my little brother to this series, and he fucking loves it. And he's only 16, so. But he likes these kind of movies too. Gail Weber's.
Looking mighty nice in that dress.
I'm not going to argue that.
Like David Arquette, I understand. Again, just goes to show how tough Sydney is. Like she knocks Gail out.
Yeah, she punched her out at one time because of that book. And right here, she's like saying, "Get the fuck out of my face."
I'll send you a copy.
Bang.
Night.
She's just sitting there like, bitch, you hit me.
One hitter quitter.
There it was just bang, like down you go. Shit. Left hook or what?
All it took was one. All it took was one.
Yeah. Night. Jeez.
I gotta say this, you know, and I really like the Tatum and Sydney's relationship in this movie. You know, really do. Oh man, it kind of like Rose McGowan's character does die. I get why, but it's like she does such a good job in this movie.
Yeah, she really put on a clinic with the acting role in this film. She really did a great job. Everybody did a great job in this movie. And here comes that call.
Yep, got the wrong guy. So now you're like, okay, it can't be Billy because he's in jail.
Yeah. Jeez. And I think also when it comes to the Scream movie, the guy that played Cotton Weary, I mean, his career pretty much rocketed after this one.
This is true. Oh yeah, this movie definitely launched a lot of people's careers.
Yeah, this was the movie that did it for those. I mean, for those who were around and in the business at that time, being in this movie, instant fucking success.
Bum,
That song, dude.
bum, bum, bum. Good song.
Yep. Man, in the 90s, such a different time. You get allowed to go and skate in the park and whatever. You don't have to worry about people questioning you for that kind of shit back then.
Oh yeah, back when you actually had to go outside and actually, you know, interact with people.
Yeah, life before the internet. Not there's anything wrong with the internet, but let's just say everybody uses it more than they should.
No, bro, like literally, like nobody. I remember when I was a kid, bro. Like, I used to have to like beg my parents to go outside. Like I had to like beg, like, can I go outside and play with my friends? Now you ask a child to go outside, they'll be like, why? I got everything I need here.
I know, right? It's funny because when I was a kid, I did go out from time to time. I didn't go out a lot. I was more of a indoor video game type kid, you know, kind of like the loner type kid. But I would have times where I want to go out and have a good time, you know, go on the Hoe, go and swim on the beach. There's a place called the Plymouth Hoe, it's like a Plymouth Sound area, or go to Torquay or painting for the day during the summer breaks. So places like that would be day out for me. But I wish I did it a little more when I was younger, you know. But I did get to do it when I had a chance.
Linda Blair.
Yep.
Shout out to Linda Blair.
Yep. She was in The Exorcist.
And The Exorcist, and was out here fucking Rick James.
Shout out to her though for getting a good camp, you know, for Wes Craven putting that little Easter egg in there for us.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of nods in this movie.
Absolutely. Especially one from the man himself.
You owe my mother. Your mother's murder was last year's highest court case.
Look, man. I gotta say, man, this. Did Courtney Cox get some work done on her face?
Looking at her now and looking at her back then,
it looks like she got a facelift or so. She doesn't look right to me anymore.
I'm probably gonna say yeah, because like I said, she's nearly 60 now. She wants to keep her youth. And also, for people who may not realize this, but one of Courtney Cox's earlier films, you may not believe it, was that Masters of the Universe movie, that 80s version of that He-Man that Dolph Lundgren was in.
That's fucking hilarious.
I know, right? I didn't even realize it was her back in the day when I watched it. And then I look back at it, I'm just like, oh, fuck, that was her, was there? Okay. It's like a cheesy ass B movie, but it's, you know, it's like guilty pleasure type movie. Sean J says she may have had some buttocks, and he pointed out that you know, Liv barely had a cameo in this one, but he definitely had a lot more to do in part two. Yeah, that is true. So cheers for pointing that out, man.
She definitely got some work. Logan says she definitely got some work done. Demi Moore's recent facelift was awful to see. Oh, Demi Moore is even more. Is even. Oh God.
Is it that bad? I need to see. Hang on.
She. It ain't '90s Demi anymore. I'll just say that.
I'm about to have a look right now.
Well, I don't know. I've kind of fallen off with Demi Moore after seeing the video I saw of her. Like, I guess I can say it's safe to say here, but there's literally a video where it looks like she's at a pizza party. Demi Moore, coked out of her mind, by the way.
Oh no.
And it looks like that she's literally making out with a boy who looks like at least 12, 13 years old, and she was at least 18, 19.
You fucking kidding me? She actually did that? Oh my god.
Oh, you can find the video. It's on the internet. And I'm not talking about Paul that not just like some innocent, just peck. Like she kisses and she holds on to that shit like a good like 3-4 seconds. And I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to do that.
No, you can't be doing that, man. Especially if you're doing that with a kid. No. That's not even
It
right.
does it twice. Like she kissed, holds it for a few seconds, let's go. Then she does it again for like a couple more seconds. I'm like, well, she's straight up making out with this 12-year-old boy right now. Like you can look you can look it up. You can look it up.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not gonna doubt it for 1 second if that did happen.
Okay. All right. Just go to the show. Just go to the show. Hollywood, man.
Well, like I said, I'm doing a drama course. If I do make it that far, I gotta try not to get too crazy like that too.
Good luck.
Hey man, I'm sure I'll be all right. Hopefully. And again, Billy with those fucking eyes, man.
Again, he just looks suspicious.
It's got creep written all over him.
But Paul, I've seen it. You've seen like we've seen girls that will literally kill themselves over guys like this all the time, though, bro. They like that. They like that mysterious nature. About his ski. Oh, like by the way, he's like, what is he doing nowadays, bro? Because he's of course he's brilliant in this role. But I think he was in one popular TV show. I believe he was in
Jericho.
Yeah.
I love that show. That was a good show. He was in. Let me see what he's done. Okay, he's in 3 upcoming movies. He was last seen in a film called Escape Room. I got both those movies. I ain't seen them yet. He was in Armor. He was on Chill Factor. I remember seeing that.
Oh, really good movie.
And you may not believe this, but in an uncredited role many years ago, he played as a thug in the original Ninja Turtles movie. I think he was the guy with the pack of cigarettes.
And he was also in The Craft.
Yeah, that's right. He played as Chris Hooker.
Yep.
And yeah, like I said,
he played a dickhead in that movie too.
Yep. And like I said, in TV shows, he was in Jericho, which I really did enjoy that show. He's been in Robo Chicken from 2007 to 2021. Right now, he was currently in Riverdale, something called Free Ray Sean.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off, but like just Henry Winkler just threatening the kids is fucking. It's over the top, but it's funny.
Hey, he's cutting the mask. I'm like, if that was my mask, I'd be like, dude, you just cut my fucking mask. Why? But yeah, he was hilarious as the role of the teacher.
I mean, principal.
Later on.
I mean, I get it. I get it. Like kids being assholes, but like, I'm like, hey, you really got to threaten them with the scissors, though.
Yeah, some teachers can be real dickheads like that, man.
We can't do that today.
No, you can't do that. You do that now, you get fucking lawsuits on you.
Yeah, oh yeah, we let a lot of motherfuckers get away with a lot in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Logan says Billy has a mixture of Christian Slater's character in Heather's and James Dean's look to him. Yeah, you could be right about that, Logan.
Well, I mean, it's quite obvious that Wes hired him because he looks exactly like Johnny Depp. Like it's obvious he hired him because he looked like Johnny Depp.
Yep.
I mean, the whole shtick with him coming through her bedroom window, what's that a nod to? Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, definitely. That was a nod to that.
Ah, yes, the classic. Oh,
Shitty ass
the
bullets.
no, yeah, the high school cheerleader and the flunky who just agrees with everything she says. That's another '90s teen archetype.
Yep. Oh shit.
So I think I know. What is it with attractive women wanting to up their self esteem more by having ugly friends? It's like, okay, you're just being mean.
No idea why they do it sometimes.
And again, and you feel sorry for Nev. Like she looks very beautiful in this scene too.
Yeah, she looks good in this movie, and she's been through hell. And oh fuck. As soon as you see that road come down.
And you want to know what's funny, Paul?
What's that?
Apparently, that throughout filming this movie, Ski Ulrich and Matthew Lillard never put on the costume. Most of the people has been stuntmen.
Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing too. You look at the Scream movies on the sequels, you do find out who is behind that mask, and you see who is under that costume. But to point, like you said, you pointed out, you never see them wear it in this film, not fucking once. So that's kind of like an interesting bit of information there.
And they're in the high school. Apparently, I think this may be a part of the controversy that you was talking about, but they were going to use another high school, but they read the script and they were like, no, we don't want to be associated with this movie. So they had to film at a whole other high school.
Yeah, that is 100% true there. But yeah, like I said, the movie, it has its controversy. I mean, I'll find an article where I read about it. Hang on. So I did see it here. Hold on a minute. My internet's being slow. But I was reading about the controversy bits about it, and I was just like, okay. All right. Controversies. Here we go. In the years following the release of Scream, it has been accused of inspiring copycat crimes, including violent acts. So in 1998, you had a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old cousin that stabbed Meryl's mother 45 times, killing her, and he became known as the Scream Murderer. So you had that going on, and they purchased Ghostface costumes as well as voice changes. In 1999, you had a 13-year-old who got stabbed multiple times in the head and the back before being left for dead by two friends. Once again, they were blaming that on Scream. And then in 1999, this is why Scream 3 was toned down a lot, because a year or two before Scream 3 came out, you had those two fucking dickheads that shot everybody up in Columbine.
Yeah, and really good stuff. But I gotta say this, and you could tell the instant, credit to David Arquette. He got Courtney Cox in her prime, so shout out to him. And you could tell that there's something there between them in their scene. So,
John Jay said it's funny. 90s high schools and movies were so big, like the one in 10 Things I Hate About You is like a castle. Yeah,
that shit. Yeah, that shit was and the proms in these 90s movies, not 90s teen movies, were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
It's like my prom was nothing like this.
I don't ever remember the prom nights I had in my school looking like this either. I mean, with the college I'm at, we get some good prom nights, but they were never fucking exaggerating over the top like this. I just remember this teacher, look, he's talking shit about them wearing a mask. What the fuck is he doing?
Now I gotta say this, Paul. Now, personally, I just think I think this death was unnecessary. Like, okay, killing Hillary Winkel off, but like, what exactly was the point? I think it's just added on the body count.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like, you could have, it didn't really do anything to affect the movie.
Yeah. There was no need for this guy to get off, but he got off.
There was really no need for it, honestly. I love it. He's scared of his own reflections. It's hilarious.
Jumping at his own shadow next.
And in this scene, we get to see a quick cameo of Wes Craven as Fred the janitor.
Yeah, and note what he's wearing too.
Yep, he's wearing the Freddy outfit.
Rest in peace, Wes Craven, dude, the fucking legends.
Which I'm like, okay, way to pat yourself on the back there, Wes.
Yeah.
Now, Paul. No, Paul. You're an actor. Which out of these three directors, which director would you rather work for? John Carpenter, Wes Craven, or Stanley Kubrick?
Shit, man. Well, for me, if I'm gonna do horrors, I would probably want to work with Wes Craven, because for someone like me who has a passion for horror films, like and also someone who wants to be acting in these kind of films, I would probably pick Wes Craven. If I'm going to pick dystopian sci-fi movies, I'm going to go with John Carpenter. And if I'm going to go with thought-provoking movies that'll get you thinking, like Full Metal Jacket and Clockwork Orange at The Shining, I'm going to go with Kubrick. So I would, if I had the chance, I would love to work with at least all three of those directors at least one time, because you gotta go with what you feel is the right thing. So for me, I would have been more than happy to work with all three of them at least one time. Unfortunately, I can't though, because two of them are no longer with us anymore.
Well, I can make it easy. One, I don't think I can handle working with Kubrick, because Kubrick is known for making his actors go through complete hell.
That's true.
John Carpenter is my favorite director, ever. But
Carpenter's movies have always left an impact with a lot of people. Like some of the films that he's done that I've watched have always left a memorable mark for me, like The Thing, Halloween, Prince of Darkness, Escape from New York, and one of my favorite films he ever did, Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, but I mean, I love John as a director, but something tells me, knowing John's personality, I will do something that will piss him off.
He's a serious director when you think about it.
Me, I think I'd rather work with Wes, because apparently, from what I heard, which I believe the Miko Hughes said that that Wes was just was always willing to help, always willing to. I think Miko Hughes said he was Wes Craven was the best director he's ever worked with.
Yeah, I've heard that he was one of the nicest people you could work with. Such a gentleman.
Oh my God, bro! I'm sorry, but if this was me, and if I was Randy, I'll be working in the video store. Well, who are the video stores, bro? I'm getting a little.
Seeing this right now, God, I miss going to Blockbusters.
Bro, Saturday night, bro. You go to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, you get the newest movie, get the newest game.
Yeah, fucking love that shit. I used to fucking love Fridays, man, because I'd be coming home from school and my mom's like, "Hey, you want to go down Blockbuster and rent some movies?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." Pick up any movie to rent and pick up any video game to rent, and we just go home and watch them. And I miss those days. I know we got a lot of selections now with Netflix and all, but it's not the same as going.
It's not the same.
To the video store and just hanging out with friends and just picking movies. I miss these days, and this reminds me of it. That's what I mean. Films like this, different time, such a timeless era, dude.
And I love this. The back and forth between Jamie Kennedy and Mac Little here is great, but yeah, who would have thought that Jamie Kennedy is going to be speaking with the two killers, and one of them he predicted was going to be the killer.
Yeah.
There's always some bullshit reason to kill your girlfriend.
That's true. I guess for him, for some of those stuff.
But also too, but you kind of have to look at Randy a little sideways because again, he's the horror freak. He knows everything about movies. He knows what to do in situations.
Yeah,
like
I guarantee you, when people saw this in the cinema first time, I bet you a lot of people betted their popcorn on Randy being the killer.
To be honest with you, Randy or Billy. Now Stu. That one threw me off guard. I did not expect him at all.
I didn't expect it from him either. Because he just comes off as a bit of a goofy ass sometimes.
But yeah, I agree. I'm seeing Logan's comment. Yeah. Just like going to the video store is just it. It used to be so, but just the smell of the video store when you walk in, bro. It's just.
And you go buy a big bag of nachos or popcorn or drinks there and just go home with that, you know? Oh, man. Where's the Back to the Future time traveling DeLorean when we need it right now? I would love to go back to these days.
Yeah, those days are never coming back. And Blockbuster, fucking dumbasses, they had an opportunity to buy Netflix.
Yeah,
like they had a chance to buy Netflix, but they thought Netflix wasn't going to be shit, so they said no, and look where they're at now. There's only one goddamn Blockbuster open on the planet right now.
In Oregon, I think. They call it the last Blockbuster. Town That Dreaded Sundown, another nod to a good movie there. And Lou just left me a comment on Facebook. She just said, yeah, Blockbusters was such a cool shop. They should have bought Netflix. Yeah, I agree, Lou. I agree. Who knows what the entertainment industry would have been like if Blockbuster did take Netflix? I mean, all right, James, let's put it like this, and everybody in the comments section here. If Blockbuster did take Netflix, how do you reckon the video world would have been?
Well, this movie just completely just dated itself. Got a Meg Ryan and Tori Spelling reference.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, back to the video store scene. That scene is wild to look at now because Randy was literally in between the two killers.
Definitely.
Who the fuck brings popsicles to
Cop eating ice cream?
To a party? High school party? Has you never been to a party before?
May have seen one or two in my time, but no, that's a rarity.
Now, who is, because we see Ghostface stalking them. Who could this be? Because we saw him outside the house and he's stalking him in the grocery store.
Yeah. No idea, man.
Oh, well, yep, another Sydney's father. He's another suspect. Everybody's a suspect.
Yeah, Sydney's dad. A lot of people seem to kind of miss that sometimes. But yeah,
Paul, don't you understand? If you watch Prom Night, you save time. There's a formula to it, a simple formula. I just love how they just looked at him like he's just freaking out for no reason.
This movie had a good soundtrack too, man.
And yes, high school parties back in the day, man. It was a different experience, bro. When the first time your parents lets you out by yourself, you go to your friend's house and do some shit you're not supposed to be doing. But
we lived it, dude.
Well, actually, Paul, I mean, I actually. What was your class?
Oh, my class? Well, I went through 6 different schools. But the school I was at, yeah, we had there was a couple of times where there was some parties going on. I was at one of them, but I was just hanging out by myself with people and having a drink with us there. But some of the parties we had where I was pretty good. While I'm on this university course I'm on, before COVID hit, one of my friends had us all get together for a party, and we did that, and then we went to one of the local areas where there's some 10-pin bowling, and we just did that for a while, and then we went back and did some more with the party, and that was it. May not be quite as wild as what you guys get over there sometimes, but yeah, we've had a few parties here. I've not been to many, but I've had one or two that I've been to.
I'll just say, I was a different guy back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here at the party, and this is where this movie. It's an hour and 51 minutes, but it's actually going at a really good pace. It doesn't feel like it's dragging at all.
No, you don't feel like the movie was an hour. It's like the whole movie is like seamless. You don't even notice the time going by.
And of course, like, could it be Dewey? Could it be Gale? It would make sense for Gale to want to be the killer, or
yeah.
like, or Dewey could make sense for Dewey, or like there's so many people.
They're all in this one house, and anybody's a suspect right now.
And little nod to Jamie Lee Curtis calling her the Scream Queen and reference to her titties.
Yep. Jamie Lee Curtis in her prime.
Look, Jamie Lee Curtis might, you call it, but she may be Grandma Curtis now, but back in the day, but she wasn't playing.
Dude, she was fucking good back then, man. In terms of how she looked, man. She was hot.
And also what I love about Tatum's character, is that, she truly is like a really good friend. Like she fucking hates Gale too, which is great.
Yeah. She's like one of those friends that would give the shirt off your back for that person.
Absolutely.
Definitely stood up for Sidney Prescott and in a few of the scenes as well. So she's someone that she would take a bullet for a friend if it was in a situation like that.
And what a asshole thing Stu just did. How you gonna set your girlfriend up to die?
See her nipples through that shirt, by the way.
Oh yes, Wes knew exactly what he was doing with that. Yeah, because Rose McGowan is the blonde of the movie, obviously. Like with the nipples and the short and.
Bro, why would you have a fridge in the fucking garage? Can you have it in the kitchen?
I've seen that before. I've seen it before.
That's weird. I mean, okay, I got a fridge in my living room because I'm in a flat, but still, in the garage of all places.
John J says, on my first one, my main suspect I thought was either Dewey or Randy.
My money was Randy when I first saw it.
My money was on Billy and Randy.
I assumed it was one guy because
I'm sorry, Billy or Randy, and then notice Stu is the last person we expected.
Oh boy.
And it's funny, what's fucked up too is that Wes is hiding Billy and Stu in plain sight. Like, it's right in front of our faces, but we're not seeing it.
Yeah. So I'm wondering which one's doing this killing here. Is it Stu or Billy?
I think it's Billy.
It's got to be.
Because Stu's in the party.
Yeah, because look at the mannerism, the way he's standing. That is definitely Billy. And
then, of course, it makes sense. Like, hey, I'm pretty sure, like, hey, Tatum, she's gonna be joined to Sydney by the hip, so we gotta take her out first.
Yeah. And also, I got to put this out here, but when she starts fighting back by throwing those bottles, I got to admit, I bet one of these bottle shots must have fucking hurt.
Oh, but bro, a beer bottle thrown at you, bro, it's not fun.
And it fucking exploded on his balls. And watch.
John J says, let's be honest, Stu probably didn't care about Tatum smashing her a few times. I'm pretty sure his, but that was the only thing that was worth it.
Mm. Come on, Tatum, you ain't fitting through that cat flap.
Yeah, I was like, you just way to make her look fucking stupid.
You just fucked up there. And listen to this. Listen to this fucking sound effect when her fucking head gets caught in this. It is a nasty sound.
Ooh.
That was nasty.
She's headed to the upper room.
And he's like, well, back to the party. Okay, half of everybody gone now.
Rose McGowan before she went fucking crazy. Damn shame.
Yeah. Who knows what happened to her, man? Or what made it go that way?
And someone brought up too. Like, notice how every time when Billy, interacts with Sydney, he's always scaring her.
Yeah.
Like, have you noticed that, Paul? Like, every time they meet up, he's always scaring her.
Yeah, I did notice that. I mean, it doesn't come off like a straight up scare, but and he always shows up when the killing happens. I've noticed. But yeah, you're right. He is. It's like a mild scare every time.
Wait. Where you at now, Paul?
We're about an hour and 8 minutes in.
Did Billy just come to the party?
Yeah, he's gone upstairs with Sydney.
Okay, now do you notice when he arrived, that little slick look he gave Stu?
Yep. Right there.
I always took that as, oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Like Tatum's done.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it's done. Let's get on to the next bit. And then you got Kenny the newsman. Tell you what, the guy that played that news guy in the news van, you may not believe this, but he was the guy who voiced Bill in the Last of Us video game.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, he was that crazy fucker, the one that's like, he listened to you little shit when you cuffing Ellie. And he was also Swearengen's henchman in Deadwood.
Mm-hmm.
So he went on to have a pretty good run after that. Oh, he was also in Backdraft? Fucking hell, he was in Backdraft? Didn't know that. Wow.
Now listen. Now listen. Now if I was Billy, if I'm crazy enough to want to kill Nev Campbell, this how I would probably do it too. Like, I was like, I got to fuck first.
Fuck before you bury them.
I got to. It has to be done.
Yep. Logan said he was also in There's Something About Mary. Okay.
As Warren.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, when they give it up first, you don't have to really do anything. Best fucking feeling ever.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course he played it innocent. Are you sure you want to do this?
Man.
bro. Listen. It's one thing, like when you play all innocent with them too. So for some reason, they just kind of just want you more. It's the craziest fucking thing. Like, are you sure you want to do it? Like,
yeah, it's like, you sure you want to go down this road? Okay, well, let's do it then. We'll worry about the repercussions later.
just don't be Peter and fucking Jess.
The way he's fucking looking on that bit when he's on the show there.
Yes, he looks. I get how Wes presents Billy is on purpose.
Yeah. You see, he's got a different eye expression there, but when you saw it over the shoulder, it was like, bitch, I can't wait to fucking kill you.
Yeah, I can't wait, but I got to get in the guts first.
Yeah. Gotta get laid first before I kill your ass.
Got to. Because again, now you're no longer a virgin.
Yep. Oh, here we go, Halloween.
The granddaddy of them all.
Fuck yeah.
And this is the classic scene of the rules.
Yep.
Again, shows how self-aware this movie is.
This is the movie that where anybody thinks about horror movies now, they think about the rules and they think, where you get that from? Oh, we got it from Scream. This is the one that did it. God,
I gotta say this. Just to reference that later scene. I was like, the fact that she mentioned a porno, I was like, oh shit, she must do some wild shit.
Yeah. Here we go.
Jamie Lee's breast. When did we see Jamie Lee's breast?
As soon as you mentioned about that in first rule, everybody's like, nope, we don't want to hear that shit. And what the fuck are you guys doing?
You see? Yeah. It pokes fun at itself.
And we all know this one.
And I love Jamie King's response, like, "Oh, you fucking said it!" Like,
yeah. Oh, and James, give me a minute, because I'm gonna go grab a drink from the fridge. So I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. It was nice knowing you, Paul.
I'll be right back.
Oh man, it's just a legendary scene. Jamie Kennedy explaining the rules. Man, those were the good old days, man. You know, popping the VCR, you know, and then just, you know, popping the VHS tape, you know, just fucking A. Good old days, man. And the good old fashioned late fees of Blockbuster. There was always a pain in the ass. I gotta say one thing. Niggas went wild when Blockbuster announced there were no more late fees. When they announced that shit, bro, people went crazy.
Hey, I'm back. I'm not dead yet.
Good. I was just telling people, Paul, that when Blockbuster announced no more late fees, oh man, it was game over. Nobody got their shit back.
Yeah, I remember that. I was notorious for having films that were late, so there were a couple of times I had to pay some fines for that. But once that happened, I was just like, you know what, I can borrow this for as long as I fucking want now. Fuck it.
So yeah, fuck it. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Call me? Okay.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do? I'm renting it. I'll give it back when I'm ready. I'm busy. Fuck off.
I'll give it back when I'm ready.
You're
and
keeping
I think at the time, I think they said it was like you can only have like for 2 days, right?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 days. I remember in the UK you had like for like the really new movies, you could have them for like 2 days. Any movie that was a little bit older, you could have for like 5 to 7 days. And with video games, you could have for 7 days, where I was.
Anytime there was a new game out, I always rented them first, just in case if it was worth it. And then if I didn't beat it in time, if I like it, then I go buy it.
Yeah, I was pretty much the same. Like if I fucking love the game that I rented, I'm definitely going to purchase it. We don't have that option right now, unfortunately.
No, we
Nah,
don't.
but
We gotta get the game. You know,
we have to learn YouTube to do some research. That's what I do now. I'll see if there's any clips, and if I like it, I'll go get it. You know. Luckily, with Xbox Game Pass now, I can get some of these games for free.
All right, let me tell you something, bro. All right, now if they announced that my principal was hanging from the goddamn football post, look, I'll be kind of like Randy. I'm just be like, bro. I'll be okay. I'll be like, fuck it. I'm by myself. I got beer. I got popcorn. Halloween's on. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Those guys have just saved themselves from being killed. It's like, hey, the principal's hung himself. Let's go check it out. Woo!
But wait, but you think Billy is still really counted on that shit? Like who called them?
Good question.
Because it can't be. I mean, I don't think it was Stu, and Billy's a little busy right now, and like the janitor.
I think it might have been him. Yeah.
Why would the janitor call Stu's house?
I don't know. Probably guessing.
Like that's just like who called them?
Good question.
Oh, the obligatory tit shot. Okay, I'm at the part where Nev Campbell. Now I'm at the part where Nev Campbell was about to take off her bra, but then slick, nice camera work on West. God, Nev Campbell, bro, god damn.
About 1 hour and 18 minutes in, they just Courtney Cox and David Arquette just tried to almost got ran over.
Oh damn! I was being a perv for a second. I'm sorry. I stayed on that one scene. I stayed on that one scene with Nev Campbell. I'm sorry. Woo! I was so somewhere else.
Yeah, you were.
All right, now I'm at about an hour 18 and 35 seconds.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now.
Okay, perfect. But hey, hopefully if everybody's enjoying our commentary, hit that like, subscribe button. Hopefully you all are enjoying the show. We see that Stewie and Gail have just found Cindy's father's car. Shit, that did not last long at all. Come on, Billy.
I'm just looking at John Jay. He said he'd like to think those kids who drove drunk to go see the principal gutted on the football field died in a car accident on the way there. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Oh, bro, they wanted to see that shit, bro. They wanted to see that dead body dangling, bro.
Yeah. It's that morbid curiosity thing. We all got it in us.
Now again, Paul. Watch how Billy is presented here. Watch how he's acting.
I know.
It makes you go, like, I want to think this is the son of a bitch that does it, but he's already been through the ringer. Like,
that just comes across as a dodgy bastard when I hear him say that.
He does. He honestly does. You can see
the gears in Neve Campbell's head turning, thinking, wait.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Whenever a girl low-key accusing me of shit I didn't do, that shit is frustrating.
Oh, that could be so annoying.
So look how Billy looks there. Like,
yeah, look at that. Creepy fucker right there.
What do I have to do to make you believe I'm not a killer?
I'll tell you how. Why?
But then another misdirect. Like, you think it might be, but he gets stabbed here.
Yeah. So
I'm like, oh shit, it's not then.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you noticed, but you look at that continuity there with a knife. You see there's blood on the knife, and then there's blood there, and then there's no blood earlier.
And notice but notice Ghostface stabs in specific spots.
Yeah, and here's another thing too, right? You see the way he cleaned that knife, and you look at that recent Scream 5 trailer. That dude was cleaning the knife the same fucking way. So if it ain't Sidney Prescott in the new one, because what if the people have been kind of saying this, but they've been denying it? What if it's fucking Stu in the new one?
That would be cool, but we
I don't
just
think
saw him. We just saw him get a fucking TV smashed on his head.
Yeah, but we didn't see him die. It was left ambiguous. Think about it.
I'm gonna believe it's not because I'm like, again, you just don't throw a TV on motherfucker's head and they just make it out. Like,
I don't know, man, but hey, this is horror movies. Anything happens, right?
this is true. And here we are. Now we got the chase scene, and this is actually intense fucking chase scene.
Oh yeah. You're lucky that boat was there.
Ass looking nice in them jeans.
Mm. Oh boy.
But just the one thing that annoys me every time I hear this. Oh fuck! Again, this is brilliant. He's literally watching how we're going behind you, Jamie, behind you. When his name is fucking Jamie, and Wes Craven is probably betting on the audience to go, yeah, look behind you.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching this, I was like, turn the fuck around, dude.
I'm like, Wes, you clever bastard. Well, Wes and Kevin Williamson. Can't forget about Kevin Williamson.
Yeah, who after this did I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh yes, another. Oh yes, a Scream, baby.
Mm-hmm. People
No
love
pun
the first one.
no pun intended.
Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, like I said, Scream was so fucking successful. Everybody wanted a piece of that slasher wagon at that point.
Oh yes. Scream started the second wave of slashers.
Yeah. I mean, look at Bride of Chucky. Look how that kind of even you need one to kill a doll, but look at the way that film played out sometimes.
Even fucking even Halloween H2O had elements of Scream in there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Right in the throat.
Vicious neck cut. You saw that before the blood came out? That was vicious. Well, Ghostface just killed Kenny.
You bastard.
Oh, the old videotapes then? We don't have those anymore.
Halloween H2O came out 2 years after this. I'm like, bro, like, watch Halloween H2O, watch Scream. It's the same fucking score. I'm like, bro, like, y'all couldn't. That's the one about H2O that kind of frustrates me. Like, you took Scream's score.
What about Scream 2? You had Dewey when he comes in, that theme from Broken Arrow playing.
Yeah, even that's stupid. I'm like, you lazy bastards. You could tell, and you could just tell Dewey has never really been in a serious situation before. He's very naive, very jittery.
Yep.
And of course, Halloween playing in the background.
Yeah. And it's funny because when you look at the evolution of Dewey's character, like you said, he was naive in this one, but as each movie came along, he became a bit more
stronger.
Yes. I mean, you catch a glimpse of him in the trailer in the new one, you can tell he's ready to fucking throw down.
Which I'm glad because I'm like, can you fucking let David Arquette just do something in these movies? Like, 9 times he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah. Looking at that trailer, it looks like he's ready to fucking put the fight to the dude. Kenny can't come to see you right now because he's currently bleeding out.
I love that. The blood on the windshield. Love that.
Yeah. Such a nice touch. How's your nose, Randy?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man. Oh, man. No. You didn't have to do Randy like that, man.
Well, in this film, they did.
You didn't have yo, man.
Oh, poor Kenny.
And by the way, that was like a brick cell phone. That was those heavy. That shit had to hurt.
Yeah.
Get off my phone. Again, like this movie has a sense. The movie has a sense of humor about itself, which I appreciate.
I crack up every time I hear that fucking line. Yeah, this must have hurt the stunt driver. That's a rough impact right there.
John Jay says she hit Randy hard with that phone, bro. Like I said, it was one of those big ass cell phone, bro. You get hit with that, bro. That shit, you could possibly get a concussion.
I've by accident had one fall on my head once. It fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Still got I had a big bump on my head that stayed there for about a month. Oof.
Well, that didn't kill him, but that shit gonna fuck his day up. You get stabbed in the back, bro. Ooh. Yeah.
Now it looked like a center mass one too.
And he actually had some damage from that in the sequel.
Which all of a sudden vanished in part 4. And this new one.
Which I'm like, I fuck y'all for that.
And there's those fucking keys.
Great moment. Great. That's some shit that Freddy would do.
Yeah.
That's a great moment. And I think this is Billy here.
I'm pretty sure it is. But then again,
because I noticed Billy when he's attacking Sydney. Basically, all throughout this whole film, like he enjoys mentally torching her before he tries to go for the kill.
Yeah,
like he gets off on it.
Oh, he definitely gets a hard on for it. I don't know if a lot of people caught on this, but anytime you hear Ghostface getting hit, it's Roger L. Jackson's voice when you hear him getting punched or whatever.
Smart move. Great moment here. I love this shit. This scene is great.
Because right now everybody's thinking it's one of these two.
Everyone's pointing the finger at somebody.
Right now, a lot of people right now is thinking, "Fuck you, Randy, it's you."
You can't trust nobody right now. Wait, here it comes. Yes!
And she was like, "Yo, I'm out."
Because that's how I would have done. I'm gonna fuck both of y'all.
Yeah, John Jay says nerve damage can possibly get better. Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that before.
That's fucking such good stuff right there. Fuck you both.
And here's Billy.
If I'm Stu, I'm like, how the fuck you gonna lock me out of my whole house? Yeah, you're right. Stu's house. Here it comes.
Here comes that kick in the nuts moment.
Is it really kicking the nuts? Because some may already suspected.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about for those who didn't figure it. I bet you it was for them.
Love it. And right here, Paul, I'm like, when I first saw this, I'm like, fucking knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. I remember
now this one's the kick in the nuts.
With Stu.
Son of a bitch.
Oh boy. And like I said, to my knowledge, when I first saw this was the first time I saw where there's two people doing it.
Bro, when Stu was in on this, bro, I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, motherfucker, you serious?
We played that game. You lost. Great comeback.
And if there's one thing we know about slasher movies, there's always a fucked up backstory to why it's going down.
And this, and I will say, this last 20 minutes is definitely one of the best endings to a horror movie ever. Like, things just get fucking well. Credit to both Skeet, Matthew, and Nev here. Like this scene is legendary.
This is straight up insanity unfolding on film right now. But such a hell of a performance here from all three.
Still, I think she wants the motive. I don't really believe in motive. I mean, did Norman Bates have a motive? No. Did they ever really decide why Hannibal Lecter liked to meet you? Don't think so. It seems a lot scarier when there's no motive to say it.
This is true.
Yep.
You did your mom a favor.
This is true.
Bad boy flashed her shit all over town like she was Sharon Stone or something. Misery, because let's face it, Cindy, your mother was
No Sharon Stone.
Ouch.
Hey, I mean, Sharon Stone was a one of a kind back then.
Yeah. Basic Instinct, anybody?
One of the greatest movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I didn't want to see was Michael fucking Keaton naked, but
Well,
I'm just like, bro, like, can you leave, bro? Like,
well, I guess that was to please the ladies that was probably watching that film.
I guess, but we were able to see the scene with Sharon Stone, which I'm surprised. Credit to Sharon Stone for having the guts to want to do that scene.
Yeah, with the legs.
With the legs, yep.
Fuck, did they get away with that on the ratings?
How did they? Bro, can you imagine how much hell?
Hey, bro, like, you know.
Can you imagine if they tried that shit today, bro? Oh, that the whole fuck Hollywood will burn down.
Yeah, dude, UK critics over here lost their fucking minds when that first happened. Because it was like a shocker back then, you know? But yeah, to what you said, it's true. You try something like that in today's movies, everybody just raises hell about it.
I just love. I'm sorry. I just love how into it Matt Little is at this point.
Yeah,
he's so into this shit right now.
Oh, Matthew Lillard, I tell you, man, if they ever did a horror movie again with him being the killer in another movie, or even if he is the killer in the new Scream movie, probably won't happen. But he'd be perfect for a fucking Psycho. You know what I mean?
He definitely nails a Psycho very well in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, Stu is the most scariest one out the two because, I mean, Billy, you can kind of see why he's fucked up.
Yeah. And
Stu is just doing it.
It's just fucking psycho.
Stu's just doing it because it's just to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. I love how they start arguing while they start arguing while they're stabbing each other.
That's insane, bro. Yeah, you're right, John. He did nail this shit in this one.
You can kiss my ass, bro. Like I'm like, you ain't stabbing me with shit.
Fuck all that noise. Somebody's like saying, "Hey, you want me to stab you?" I'm gonna be like, "You can go fuck yourself."
I love this line here. Everybody dies but us. Everybody dies. These days, you gotta have a sequel.
That's definitely true in today's climate, isn't it?
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos or create us.
Another great line.
It's kind of true.
I feel
Fucking word. Stupid.
like, yeah, got me like, something, Billy, calm the fuck down.
If you think about it, Stu's been stabbed a lot more times than fucking Billy.
Billy got stabbed once.
Yeah, I must have heard about maybe 3 or 4 more stabs. Look at his fucking stomach. Look at his arm. His shoulder, for crying out loud.
Houston, you have a problem here. What? God, man,
Oh God! Oh, I love these two, man.
Dude, they just fucking work so well together.
The reporter left for dead in the news van comes to
And now we see Gail getting her redemption.
She's pissed off, you can tell.
I thought you said she was dead. She looked dead. She still does.
Yeah. Ooh. Right by Dewey.
Yep, they got their eye off Sid.
Neck crack. God, I remember that one time when I kind of went one side with my neck and cracked it back, and this loud crack. It echoed the whole fucking living room. I thought I broke my neck for sure when I did that.
Well, they lost her.
And she's gone. Got the voice recording, voice changer, and everything.
Oh, this was beautiful. This was beautiful. I'm hurt, man.
Blood, and then Billy just fucking goes postal here.
Did you know? Did you know the story about this scene here? When he throws the phone,
Yeah.
he goes, "You hit me with the phone, you dick!" Apparently, according to Wes Craven, the blood on set was so slippery that was an accident. Like, Skeet did not mean to hit Matthew with the phone because it just slipped out his hand.
Yeah.
And then Matthew Lillard improvised the "hit me with the phone, you dick." And Wes Craven thought that was so funny. He kept that in.
It was a nice improvised moment, and it worked.
It absolutely worked.
Peer pressure. Come on, dude. Here it comes with that phone.
You pansy ass mama.
Ow.
Yep. See.
And then he just fucking loses it here.
That was great. That was great improvisation from Matthew Lillard there.
Yeah. And then this bit, you really call my parents? Your mom and dad being mad at you is going to be the least of your problems in a minute, buddy.
He's more upset about his parents being mad than the fact that he is going to be charged with murder.
Yeah. Damn, that corn syrup is sticky as fuck. It's got feathers all over his hands.
Oh yeah, blood's everywhere.
Yeah. Look like he's got like a feathered hand all of a sudden.
This nigga said I'm far too sensitive. Oh, and also when Neve Campbell stabbed Skeet with the second stab, she actually stabbed him.
Oh shit! Really?
Right there.
Fucking
yeah,
hell.
yeah. Apparently, like she accidentally actually stabbed him.
Jesus, that's actual blood there on that thing.
Yep, that's actual blood. Yep.
And she got him back with the same costume as well, so that's like a nice fuck you to them. Ooh.
John just said, "Well, he's still a kid. He's still a kid." Man, Michael was 25 years old when he did this movie. Ain't no damn kid.
Yeah,
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, John. I get what you mean, John Jay.
Now you know these hurt.
And this is one of those big ass TVs too. Like,
yeah, that's a tube one.
Well, there you go. Well, there was Sydney's welcome to prime time, bitch moment.
Yeah, I love that bit. I gotta admit, with Nightmare on Elm Street 3, some of those scenes were pretty good, especially when she's watching that TV and that TV host. Hey, can I ask you something? Yeah. Who gives a fuck what you think?
Great moment.
Oh, fuck, that's fucking hilarious.
I never thought I'd be so happy to be a virgin, nigga.
That's cool.
Oh shit!
That's gonna hurt. And so was that. That's right near an artery, right? Or close to it.
Woo!
He's out.
What a great third act.
Oh yeah, hands down, best moment in the fucking movie with these third act stuff.
And look at that now. And look at that. And Gale saved Sydney.
Oh fuck! I just realized something. This house, right? You know, when I was watching that trailer, it's the same fucking house.
Yeah, it's the same house. Yeah, they go back to the same house.
Yeah. Dude, I think it might be Stu. If not, I think it might be who we think it is standing there.
What? Well, didn't they say it was going to be like a relative of one of the killers?
Well, what I read in the trailer, they said that the killer that is going after the relatives of these two. And if you look at the recent poster, it says the killer is on this poster.
Well, you can say that for every Scream movie.
Yeah, but this one puts it fucking out there, like straight up. They put everybody's faces in this one, including the main guys.
Like I said, if it's Sydney, well, there's David Arquette still alive.
I don't know.
And Gale Weathers reporting, still looking fine as hell, even fucked up. But that was a great finish to.
Bro, they don't make movies like this anymore. Well, they try to anyway.
And then we get one quick little jump scare, and then we get whisper till you scream.
Yeah, that Ghostface little flash bit.
We are just children.
Right about now.
There you have it, folks. There is Scream, written by Kevin Williamson, directed by Wes Craven. It still holds up to this very day.
26 years.
26 years. That's crazy.
I know, man.
And almost like 11 years since Scream 4?
It's been 11 years. Yeah, it's been 11 years.
Golly, man, that's insane.
Fuck, man. Time alone on these series.
John Jay says, you know what? I have an interesting hot take. All right, go ahead, shoot, John Jay.
Let's hear it.
John says one of my favorite endings to a horror movie ever. That song is great. Oh, it absolutely is. Like Drew Barrymore was great. Like the whole cast. There was not one weak link in the movie. Oh well, maybe the dad but the dad was barely in the movie.
What was captured here in this movie was lightning in a bottle.
It was lightning in a bottle, and that's why when we get to the sequel, I just felt like it was kind of a step down, in my opinion.
Here's the crazy thing, though. Here's the crazy thing. When you look at the information on Scream, a lot of people will probably turn around and say that sometimes they say Scream 2 is an improvement over the first. That may sound crazy to you, man, but that's what some people say. Some people say that Part 2 was a better film. And for me, even though I love the first one, there's a little bit of me that kind of likes the sequel, Part 2. Out of the sequels, Part 2 is my favorite.
Well, with me, Paul, the thing I just couldn't get behind was, one, killing Randy. Which Wes Craven himself has admitted he regrets making that decision.
Doing that is true. They fucked.
And and to the whole, adding Billy Loomis's mom, it's like now we're kind of stretching this thing now. And John Jay says the only way I think this movie would work today is if the movie was reframed to have Billy and Stu be the main characters. They're still the killer, but we see more of their perspective. That'd be interesting.
That'd be a very interesting take if they went there.
And also, here's another thing too. Like another thing I'm kind of curious about, like how would the gimmick of Scream, how would that work in 2021? Because like I said, we saw a little bit of it in the trailer, but like I said, no one has landline phones like that no more.
No,
like you can't just call people like that no more. Because and 9 times out of 10, if they pick up, see it, like we said on Black Christmas, we see a number we don't recognize, we're not going to answer it. So I'm curious to see how would that work. I mean, they still somewhat made it work in Scream 4. Because
think about it, Scream 4. Sorry to cut you off there, dude. If you think about it, with Scream 4, that film had a bit of a social commentary to the whole thing. Like, if you think about it, internet was around at the time, social media, websites, and all that shit. And the movie was kind of like a point out to internet fame and social media obsession. Because let's face it, in this day and age, everybody's fucking obsessed with social media. Internet fame, things like TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Everybody wants to try and get that one fucking video where it's going to blow up and they become instant fame. And that's what they were trying to put out there with Scream 4. And also back then with the countless fucking sequels, which they were digging at the Saw movies after that one, especially at the start of Scream 4.
I agree. I agree. Absolutely. John Jay says 1 will always be my favorite, but 2 is not a big step down. No, I'm not saying it's a big step down. I haven't seen Scream. I'm sorry, Paul, but I haven't seen Scream 2 in a minute. Like I said, this is my first time seeing Scream in a couple years, and I haven't seen Scream 2 longer than that. But I just remember watching it, and I was like, okay, it's good, but it's like I could have done without it, but that's just me. But what was you gonna say, Paul?
I was gonna say I think Scream 3 would probably be the weakest in the series. And the reason being is because they relied a little too much on the comedy. The horror and violent aspects of it was heavily toned down. I mean, you still had some violent moments, yeah, but they dialed it down because of the public scrutiny that the series was getting with those copycats I was telling you about, and of course with those 2 fuckwits that shut up a school. So that's
yes, absolutely. 4 is my personal favorite sequel. I'll have to agree with John Jay, because I remember liking Scream 4, because I think Scream 4, I always thought Scream 4, if that was a direct sequel to the first film, I could see it. Like, I could absolutely see it. It would make sense. I don't remember Scream 3 that much. I do know that the killer wound up being her long lost brother, which even that I'm like, okay, really stretching it now.
Yeah, and also he was the one that gave all the stuff to Billy, so he was kind of orchestrating the behind the scenes shit.
His brother, her brother was the one that really started all this shit. But we'll get into all that, when we get to him. But he says, I'm here to do one is less of the meta stuff and more of a straight up slasher. So, going. So it's not going to go meta. Interesting. So that's always been Scream's thing, was going straight up slasher.
Well, that's what the guys who did that. If you ever saw that film, Ready or Not, and there was this horror anthology, I forgot the fucking name of it. Hang on, let me see if I can just find it. But if you ever saw that film, Ready or Not, the one with that woman that gets married to those rich in-laws and shit, and they're trying to kill her in that mansion, that's the guys who's doing the new Scream movie.
Okay.
But they also did another film, an anthology horror called Southbound. So my advice to folks here is that if you want us to know what kind of movie the Scream movie is going to be like, I would check out Ready or Not and I would check out Southbound. That's their two most noticeable films that these guys have done.
Oh, and shout out to Logan. He says, this was my first full viewing of Scream 1, and I was very impressed. Not a double. Well, hey, good. I'm glad the first time watching Scream, and you did it watching it with us. So that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. And watching this movie again, I'd say, even though it has some dated references there, it's aged pretty well. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. This film still holds out today.
It still holds up. Like, I was amazed at how well it holds up, you know. But yeah, Scream is definitely a classic film, and yeah, that was really fun. That was really fun. About to get on out of here. Paul, any last thoughts and anything that you want to plug?
Well, I will say that it's been a while since I've seen Scream myself. I watched it earlier today, and then I heard we were going to do a watch through. I thought, oh, cool! I guess it's so nice I get to see it twice today. But yeah, Scream is one of those timeless movies, and this is the movie that single-handedly resurrected the slasher genre and horror movies in general. If Scream was never made, we wouldn't be here talking about horror movies today. Well, we'd be talking about the older ones, but I don't think we'd be talking about all these ones and all these ones that came after Scream. So a lot of the horror movies that we see today in the second run, you thank Scream for that one. So yeah, classic, legendary. I can't believe we're 5 movies in after all these years, but hey, it's a successful franchise. And if you guys want to check out more of what I do, I'm sure James will put it in the chat. I'll send them the link so you can put it out there. Hang on a minute, James.
Okay.
I'll find it a second. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing some video game stuff that I enjoy doing, you can go on Twitch, and my Twitch handle is Gorehound1983. I've just posted there for James to put in for you. And I'm usually streaming probably 2 or 3 times a week whenever I get a chance to. I might be my streaming might be a little more sporadic this upcoming week because I'm going to be back in university continuing my drama course, but I will get a video game stream going for you guys whenever I've got the time to do it. I'm currently going through the Halo series. I'm currently on the 3rd one, working my way to the new one.
Okay. All right, just put it in the chat. Yeah, definitely check out Paul's Twitch. For sure. Lots of good stuff on there. Mm-hmm. And as for my final thoughts, oh my god, I'm just kind of looking at new pictures of Scream, and Neve Campbell's still fine as fuck. God damn.
Yeah. I was looking at some of the images for the new one. I'm pretty sure I saw a metal ghost face mask and a fucking flamethrower.
I think I saw that too, which would be pretty cool.
That's gonna be awesome to see.
That would be pretty cool. Hopefully it's not one of, but we gotta have to see it because sometimes they do this thing in trailers now where they show it in the trailer, but we don't see it in the movie. I think it's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Like I said, we're 2 weeks away from Scream 5. 1 movie down though, 3 more to go.
Yes, indeed. And also, just to give a quick update, there's a chance that I may have a show next Saturday, first show 2022. So might not be able to do Scream 2 next Saturday, but we'll try to do one the week after next Saturday. So I'll keep y'all posted on that, and then I'll definitely keep y'all posted on the podcast Tuesday, and yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed tonight's show. Once again, Scream, another great movie. Still to this day, still a great movie. Never get tired of it, and you hit that like, subscribe button, donate to the Cash App at PrimePod313, and our PayPal at primepodcast@outlook.com. Don't forget to check out Paul's Twitch, which is in the chat there. And hopefully everybody have enjoyed the rest of New Year's Day. And I'm going to get on out of here. So, yeah, we're out. Peace.
Later.